Hi there, I'm Ray Glasser, speaking to you from Cleveland, Ohio, in March of 2007, and this is my introductory video to YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a couple of weeks now, uploading videos about the Betamax video format, and I thought it's time that I came on camera and told you who I am, what I'm doing here, and where my interests lie. Well, that was a somewhat younger, thinner Ray Glasser from exactly 6 years ago today. That's right, today is March 17th, 2013, and today begins my 7th year of uploading videos to YouTube. Hard to believe. Well, there are some differences between that Ray Glasser of 2007 and this Ray Glasser of 2013. Number one, that Ray Glasser was kind of thin. In fact, I was just finishing up a major diet when I shot that video in 2007. This Ray Glasser is considerably heavier. That Ray Glasser had on a blue Betamax shirt. Well, that Betamax shirt is long gone. The logo actually crumbled off the shirt when I washed it after I shot that video. So this Ray Glasser is wearing a blue Sony shirt. That Ray Glasser was using a Sony 3-chip mini DV camcorder, shooting in 4:3. This Ray Glasser is using a Panasonic high-definition camcorder, shooting in 16:9. And most importantly, that Ray Glasser in 2007 had a wife. This Ray Glasser of 2013 no longer has a wife. And that will be one of the high points of this video. A lot of you have asked why I have not been on camera in quite a while, and there are reasons for that, which I'll get into as this video progresses. I did do a real short video last week using a 1985 Betamax portable unit and a 1985 Betamax color camera, and it looked like 1985 technology. It was pretty bad. But the main reason I have not been on camera in quite a while is I had a really bad 2012, as many of you already know. Now, looking back, on the last day of 2010, I did a little personal year-end wrap-up video talking about the year and how it affected me. And I said, well, it's been a pretty bad year. I'm having trouble with my job and this and that. Not a great year, 2010. Okay. Well, a year later, on the last day of 2011, I said pretty much the same thing. Well, 2011 was a really bad year. I wound up quitting my job, and I had to retire and take Social Security. I couldn't find a job. Bad year in 2011. Well, guess what, gang? 2012 takes the cake. It was by far, the worst year of my life. Because in June of 2012, my lovely wife, Mickey, passed away from cancer. And it was the most devastating time of my entire life. It really was a deep hurt. Mickey and I had a wonderful marriage for 32 years. Matter of fact, ironically enough, we had a 32nd wedding anniversary on June 2nd of 2012. And 6 days later, on June 8th, is when she passed away. So we just managed to squeeze in 32 years of wedded bliss, and they were 32 excellent years. We actually got together in 1979 and got married in 1980, so we were actually together for about 33 years, and they were 33 excellent years. She was one amazing woman, and it goes without saying, I could never forget her, and she pretty much made me what I am today. And we had some great years together. But the reason I have not been on camera is I've been kind of in mourning for all these months, and I've been really depressed, and I'm just starting to come out of it now. And that's why I feel, okay, today's a major anniversary for me with YouTube, 6 years and all that. I'll come on camera and I'll talk about my lousy 2012, but not too much. A lot of you watching have your own problems, and you don't need to hear mine. But suffice to say, last year was really the pits. It was really bad. My wife moved out of the house in May, 10 months ago, and she moved in with her oldest daughter, who took care of her because she was really in bad shape. She was confined to a wheelchair. She had spinal cancer and lung cancer, and she could not get around, and she needed 24-hour-a-day care, which my daughter could give her much better than I could. So my daughter did take care of her for the last 5 weeks of her life. And the irony is, on New Year's Day of 2012, on January 1st, Mickey quit smoking. She didn't want to get lung cancer. Unfortunately, she already had it, but none of us knew it. So 6 months later, she was gone. And it was a huge tragedy. Now, I have some videos on YouTube about my wife. The biggest one is what I call my tribute video, and that runs just over an hour. And it's on, I think, almost all of my current YouTube channels. If you punch in Mickey Glasser Tribute 2012 in the search box, it should come up. And that's both a slideshow of pictures and videos showing her life and our life together from 1980 till 2012 when it was done. And we had a big party for her in late June of last year at the restaurant that she and I met at and worked at together for 5 years, Corky and Lenny's Deli in Woodmere, Ohio. Had a huge turnout. All of our steady customers were there, and family obviously was there, and many of our friends. And it was just so great to see all those people come out to celebrate her life. And a friend of mine shot video that night, and that's also posted up on YouTube. And lastly, one of my daughters did a video a photo slideshow of her life as well, besides the tribute video I did, and that's also up on YouTube. So there's plenty of my wife on YouTube. Thank God I have so much video of her over the years, and so many still pictures of her and me, and the many vacations we took to Las Vegas, the cruise the whole family went on in 2006 to the Bahamas. Great times and great memories, but that's all they are now is memories. It's done. It's over. So I feel like I'm entering the next and maybe last stage of my life. I'm still here in Mentor, Ohio, still in the same house I've been in since 2003. Can't sell the house. I owe more on the house than what it's worth, so I'm literally stuck here for a while. And yes, I'm lonely, and I'm despondent, not especially happy, and I'm retired. I mean, I'm home almost all the time. And I'm keeping busy. I've made some new friends in the last couple of years. I have some new things going on in my life. One of which is I'm involved in an online radio station. Back in the 60s and 70s, we had a great AM rock station here called Wixie 1260, W-I-X-Y. And many people remember the station. And a friend of mine from Lakewood and I have put together an online tribute station to Wixie 1260. And we're streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you can pick us up on computers, iPhones, iPads, almost every mobile device you can get us. We have a website, wixie1260online.com, where we talk about the station, how it came to be, and everything else about it. And it's a lot of fun, keeping me busy, because I supply the music to the station, and Gary, being a computer man, has the expertise to keep the computers going. So between the two of us, we are doing what we think is a great job of keeping the station online and keeping it fresh. And about once a month, I actually go to his house in Lakewood, and do a live show. I play DJ for 4 or 5 hours under the name of Ray King, and I'm having a ball. I'm really thoroughly enjoying it. Radio has been in my blood since 1960, and it's still in my blood. So that's a new direction my life has taken in the last year or so. I'm still uploading videos to YouTube, not as much as I used to. And God knows I've gone through a lot of different YouTube channels over the years. Most of them have been suspended because of too many copyright violations. And this is an old story. And so I think I still have like 8 active YouTube channels. And only one of them has 2 copyright violations. My 50s, 60s, 70s channel, which could go at any time. Then I'll have to rebuild that one. Right now I'm still building my 1980s channel with videos from the 1980s, and that channel I think I lost in January of this year, of 2013. And that's just about done. So I'm still busy with YouTube, busy with the station. I'm on Facebook a lot, and I just actually have a lot of things going on in my life right now without a full-time job and without a spouse. So I'm trying to keep busy, trying to keep positive, and it's not always easy. Believe me, I have memories of my wife all throughout this house. Everywhere I look, there's pictures of her, things that she did to the house, things that she made for the house, and I haven't really changed too much in this house, at least at this time. I may later on. I don't know. Right for now, I'm just going to keep things the way they are. So that's why I've not been on camera. I have not been in the mood to be on camera pretty much up until today. And as part of my 6-year YouTube celebration, I'm going to show my audio and video rack. Somebody actually asked me to show my video gear, which I have not done for a couple of years. And my video rack has changed quite a bit since that video you just saw a few minutes ago from 2007. So let me make a quick edit and show you what my video rack looks like in 2013. Okay, here is the Ray Glasser audio and video rack in 2013. On the left side is the audio gear. I still have my 1973 TAC tape deck, and it still works. Below that, I finally got another Laserdisc player. This is a Pioneer. I don't know what model offhand, but the darn thing works. It's actually a 5 CD changer that plays Laserdiscs. So I have a Laserdisc player again. Got that from a friend of mine for nothing, matter of fact. Below that, we have my old JVC double cassette deck, which never gets used. Below that, my Sony surround sound stereo receiver, which almost never gets used. And below that, my 1975 Technics turntable, the big crack in the cover, and that still works. Now, the good stuff, the video gear. Over here is the famous X1 Betamax, the SLO 383, which is an industrial machine, sold for $4,000 new, I think, or $3,300, something like that, back in 1980, and yes, it works. Down below that is one of my new gems. This is the Japanese Betamax. That's why it says high band beta hi-fi and not super beta hi-fi. This is the SL-HF 1000D, which is a cross between the SL-HF 750 and the SL-HF 1000. And this is a great machine. Records and plays back all 3 beta speeds in super beta, on or off, and beta hi-fi, on or off. And it has a drawer that comes out and actually hands you the tape, which is really cool. Down here is my find of the century. I actually got another SL-HF 2100. This is the buttonless Betamax that came out in 1991, and it's the last high-end beta that Sony made. And the thing works. I had to have some repairs done to it, but it works perfectly now, and I'm really thrilled to have it. It's a really sharp machine. Okay, in the middle on the top we have 3 DVD players. The top one is a Blu-ray player, Sony. Under that is another Sony standard definition player, which is the kind that actually, I forget the term, jumps up the video to HD. It's, I can't think of the damn name of it. But anyway, it's a great machine. Below that is my cheap Magnavox DVD recorder that I got from Walmart about a year ago. And this thing is wonderful. It's even got an S-video input. Up-converting, that's it. This is an up-converting DVD player. Right there in the middle. There we go. Okay, my Magnavox DVD recorder, which works fine. Over here we have my trusty time-based corrector. And yes, there's some British stuff above it that I'm borrowing from a friend. Below the time-based corrector is a tuner that takes HD channels and converts it to standard definition. Because I now have a TV antenna on my roof. I got rid of my cable TV, and this thing can convert HD to analog, so I can record on either my replay DVR or I can record onto a Betamax. And down here is my trusty SL-HF 750 that I got about 3 years ago from eBay. Works fine, everything works, and I'm happy as hell with it. So that's it. I have 3 high-end Super Beta Hi-Fis, 3 DVD players. Oh, almost forgot. Down here is my lowly Super VHS machine. It's a Sony SVO 2000 industrial machine, 4 heads, and works great. I think it's from like 1993 or something. It's both Super VHS and, of course, plays standard VHS tapes, so I'm covered. So there's a video rack in 2013. Okay, we are back. And by the way, I have to show this microphone I'm using. The mic I'm using is a tiny lavalier mic made by Sony that I actually picked up at Laox Video and Sound in Los Angeles in January of 1981. The damn thing still works. Here it is. It's got a little tiny disc battery inside it. And I've had this thing for over 30 years. In fact, I picked this up on the first vacation Mickey and I took out to the West Coast in January of '81. And that was the first of many consumer electronics shows that I went to that year. So that's my audio and video gear in 2013. Don't plan on really changing any of it. Happy with everything I've got. I still have a lot of beta tapes to watch. As many of you know, my Betamax library has been thinned out over the last couple of years thanks to a guy who lives in Solon, Ohio, who his Betamax library is growing because mine's shrinking. He's taking a lot of my tapes, things I just don't watch anymore, and of course movies that I now have on DVD, I don't need them on beta. So he's just helping me thin out my library. I am collecting movies on DVD only these days, and I'm still collecting TV shows, a few that I watch and save on beta. I've got lots of beta blanks floating around this house that I can use anytime I want, and I figure, why not? So I can't save anything in HD because I don't have an HD DVR. So I have to do everything in analog, but that's fine. For TV shows, it's okay. Doesn't bother me. So I just, by the way, did a count of my YouTube channels. I do have 9 active YouTube channels. I have 50s, 60s, and 70s channel, the 1980s channel that I'm building now called Videoholic 1980s A. I have 2 90s channels, Videoholic 90s A and Videoholic 90s B. Because this way, if the 90s A channel is ever gone, I'll have the B to back it up. I have a Videoholic 2000s channel, a Videoholic Returns channel with only camera videos like this one. I have my new big channel called Videoholic Prime with all my videos from all my decades under one roof, so to speak. And I have, I think, 2,200 videos on that channel with, so far, not one copyright violation. Thank God. And I also have Videoholic, My TV Collection. My TV Collection, another channel of mine, with only full TV shows, usually half-hour or 1-hour TV shows, without commercials in most cases. Sorry, guys. And that's that. Just TV shows on that channel. And I have one channel called My Test Channel Number 1, where I'll upload a video to see if it'll get taken down. And if it doesn't, I'll upload it on the proper channel. It's like a test channel. That's all it is. So that's that. Anyway, I just wanted to come on camera and say I'm now celebrating my 6th anniversary here on YouTube from 2007 all the way up to 2013. And I'm not done. From time to time, I still find some odds and ends that I think people will like, and I'll post it on the appropriate YouTube channel, depending on what year the clip is from. And so that's what I'm doing with my time. I'm watching my videos, watching DVDs, playing with YouTube, Facebook, and I'm still keeping pretty busy and trying to keep my head above water. Not been easy, believe me. There's been a lot of emotional moments in the last year for me, or 10 months, and it hasn't always been easy. But you do what you have to do, and you have to go on. So I've never been this close to death in my life, and it really stinks, I want to tell you. But I wouldn't wish this on anybody. All right, I'm going to get going, and I'll see you sometime in the future. Ray Glasser speaking from Cleveland, Ohio, here on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2013. So long.